So, it's come to this, has it, Irez? Intentionally gimping the free track on the battle pass to score more money. Okay, let's talk about it. Clearly I've got nothing else better to do. One day, Hi-Rez will just leave well enough alone, but alas, we're here in this situation. For those confused by what I'm referring to, let me explain in greater detail. When the Damned Frontier patch, or patch 2.08 if you prefer, Paladins, Champions of the Realm, the game I still actually like, but I'm slowly starting to hate, landed on November 6, 2019, it brought a new demon-esque champion, Raw, a new selection of skins, all Western themed, and a new Western themed battle pass to get those skins from. I'll give a rundown on how battle passes work just so everyone is informed. There is a free track and a paid track. The free track normally contains lower tier sprays, battle chests, avatars, titles, and XP boosters. Sometimes even emotes and MVP poses. Oh, and gold. Lots and lots of gold. And the paid track contains all the good stuff. Premium content like crystals, more battle chests, more gold, more titles, more sprays, and crucially, those darn skins that they advertise so much. There is also an extra tier that is premium only, which is another 50 levels with recolored variants of the skins, more gold, lots more crystals, basically everything in the premium tier already, but for another 50 levels. The idea is that you play the game and get rewards for playing, regardless of if you've paid for the paid track or not. There are also challenges that both free track members and the paid track members can access to help them along the way. They've been grindy in the past, they're getting better at it. You also get a 50% boost to your Battle Pass XP if you decide to stump up the blue and get the paid track. You can also buy a Battle Passport, which costs 1500 crystals, and unlocks the first 30 levels for you, letting you skip a portion of the grind. At the end of the free pass, at either level 49 or 50, it varies rather weirdly, you normally would get a diamond chest. Now, while this sounds like a bad reward, and under most circumstances it would be, as chests of any stripe come with the baggage of, well, being pseudo-gambling mechanics in a game kids can easily play, but the diamond chest in particular contains 37 epic skins, 2 rare mounts and 1 legendary skin. The general consensus in the fan base is that even if the reward is gotten from the diamond chest is random, you'll still get something good at the end of the free track grind, because that random epic skin or mount you get is still a high tier skin, which are generally rather desirable. It's especially good, let me remind you, as not paying into the battle pass makes it harder to complete, as you don't have that 50% XP perma booster, or the various 5% perma boosters littered throughout the pay track also, which all stack. If you haven't guessed what they've changed by now, well, Evil Mojo replaced the diamond chest with the gold chest. This chest contains almost 3 times the amount of items than the diamond chest has. However, while it does contain a fair amount of skins, 25 rare skins, 13 epic skins, there is also quite a lot of what many consider to be filler. We have 19 rare sprays, mostly Christmas related, 16 epic emotes, 44 rare emotes, and 48 rare MVP poses. To say the potential reward output was drastically lowered is kind of under-egging the pudding a bit, shall we say. When players asked about this on Reddit, the response from one of the community managers was frankly a little bit ignorant and completely missed the point. Quote, "The Battle Pass has way more exciting content to make up for not having a diamonds chest. The skins are very exciting and polished as well as all the sprays and whatnot." That response did not go down very well, shall we say, with a -35 downvote score, which for the Paladins subreddit is the equivalent of the middle finger. I should probably stress, while community managers are not in charge of the goings-on inside of companies such as Evil Mojos or High-Risk Studios, by far and away they're not, they still have to ask those in charge as to what to respond with, or make a personal judgment call with what they can respond with. At least, I hope that's how that works. The response didn't so much as diffuse the situation, so much as it got ridiculed by everyone who responded with their displeasure, myself included. I'm not blaming the community developer for the inner workings of the higher-ups of Hi-Rez, don't get that impression. I'm not an arsehole, I've blurred out the name to prevent witch hunting, but please don't start a witch hunt, it's not a good look for anyone. As a company, and that's who I'm speaking to nebulously here as a whole, not only did Evil Mojo miss the entire point as to why they themselves put a diamond chest at the end of the free track, as mentioned above, the only response we've gotten is that community manager post. The studio, nor Hi-Rez, have actually commented on it despite the minor backlash, and they're right. Battle Pass 9 does contain good stuff, subjectively speaking. However, objectively speaking, all of the good stuff your community manager referred to was placed in the paid track, which they never elaborated on, implying they didn't know the contents of the free track beforehand. It's almost as if making the free grind more pointless will subconsciously make more people purchase the paid track. I am completely convinced that's the reason they removed the diamond chest and replaced it with a lesser value gold chest, which contains vastly more filler in order to coerce more people to put into purchasing the paid portion of the battle pass, thereby making more money off of people who are otherwise pretty content with the already lackluster free track. Maybe I'm being overdramatic, but personally, this is the most bold-faced action I've seen the company do this year, and this has made me furious enough that various revisions of this script has me swearing up a fucking storm. Right now, to stop myself from swearing, I have my right hand clenched, because that's how angry this makes me. Removing the diamond chest is a spit in the face for your free players, all because you wanted to make more money, if my theory is even correct. Which, let's be perfectly honest, it probably is. And before people cry out, "You're being entitled," they don't owe players anything, let me respond with this. Yeah, they don't owe free players, paid players, or their audience anything, but not giving players desirable rewards every once in a while, regardless of purchase history, will make the game look stingy. Paradoxically, companies actually have to give away content to make money, even if it's a chest locked behind one hell of a tiresome grind. If we go with the rhetoric that free content given away for free players should be reduced, well, where's the lower limit? There's no end point for how little they can give out to keep players invested. Companies can and do abuse this, stringing players along for the ride in the hopes that players will get something worthwhile, and I really don't want Evil Mojo to do the same. Instead, they could just give us a good reward. A diamond chest at the end of the battle pass, and it's not even that good of a reward, which potentially could make them money by players paying for skins, chests, etc. in the future. It'll also make the company look less dickish in the future. Gold isn't even a good reward either. In fact, I'll prove it, okay? I did some mathematics because I'm a massive nerd, okay? And excluding the first, second, and third wins of the day, and excluding the battle pass and the daily quests, okay? This is how much gold you get per game, about on average. Now, to be fair to Paladins, and this is the only thing I can say to be fair to, it's the only game I know of that gives you a decent size of premium currency for logging in every week. 15 crystals on day 6, 35 crystals on day 7. And before someone throws this at me too, they have to do that. Most skins and, well, most cosmetic stuff can't be purchased with gold. You have to use crystals to get them. The whole point is that you're meant to be playing mind games with your user base. Let them wait until they cave. That's what that purpose serves. Also, keeps you logging in and playing, but for once that's besides the point. No, this isn't about entitlement. I'm arguing that the game remains consistent in terms of what it rewards free-to-play players for the battle pass, instead of taking their only shot at an epic or higher skin or mount by doing one ball ache of a grind, and then throwing it away and replacing it with a grind to get a chest of lesser value. It's not even a rare chest to get either. To have any idea of how often Evil Mojo gives away gold chests, you can get a gold chest by doing 5 rank placement games, which comparatively isn't all that hard to do and a tiny little bit insulting. 2 hours on average versus a 15 to 20 hour grind. Also, when they do in-game events that free players generally allowed to get something, they also use the gold chest as a reward of some kind. Normally when you win the first win of the day or whatever. Disproportionately small reward doesn't come close to describing this situation. Sort of gives you an idea as to how expendable the gold chest actually is to Evil Mojo. Tell you what, I've got the solution for you. Get rid of the free track instead of dancing around it and pretending you're being nice by adding loads of gold and temporary boosters and tiny little avatar JPEGs. It used to have MVP poses and simple emotes in some battle passes. Hell, even flare chests were seen as somewhat desirable, but they're all relegated to the paid track, because anything even remotely desirable is gutted from the free track to coerce more people into paying, turning players into payers, if you will. I swear I've heard that somewhere before. This game makes me so angry sometimes. Let's calm down a little bit. In fact, the only other reason that I can think of that Evil Mojo would do this is because a small portion of the user base, the whale user base that they happen to care about the most, already have everything in the diamond chest. Chests in Paladins have no duplicates, which is actually a net good. Thank you, Evil Mojo. However, this can easily be solved by adding more skins to it. Seriously, even excluding exclusive event and prior battle pass skins, we have loads of skins that conform to those rules the chests seemingly adhere to. Hell, I don't even see the reason to exclude Battle Pass skins, to be honest, considering they have their own chests. I mean, how many of them could there possibly be? No! Or you could make all the exclusive skins direct purchases, because that way people don't have to go through pseudo gambling mechanics to get a skin they want. The more ways a player has of getting a skin they like, as long as they can purchase it at a reasonable price, the more likely they'll spend on that game in the future. But it's not hard to work this out. The build it and they will come philosophy, if you will. It might not work for everyone. We're not all robots part of our hive mind. We think differently to each other. Some psychological tricks won't work with other people. But sure, hold back all other exclusive skins to make fear of losing arbitrary skin exclusivity justified, which it mostly isn't. Have skin exclusivity for a set period of time, sure, 6 months, a whole year, fine. But after that point, make them direct purchase and make them able to be gotten through chests. I am sick and tired of the "it's part of a previous event" excuse too. I'm not against the logic, I'm against the inconsistencies. Look at me, I'm defending chests, never thought I'd do that. But because skins are so annoyingly hard to get in this game, free-to-play players have no choice. The sooner the UK implements their cautionary loot box measures, the bloody better. I've got nothing else to say, in case you couldn't tell from my voice. I don't want to explode into a curse world volcano devolving to incoherent rambling. However, let it be known that I am disappointed in you, Hi-Rez and Evil Mojo, for making the free track increasingly more worthless to free players as a cheap way of scoring more paying players. Put the diamond chest back. I think that'll do. Thank you for watching.